Hi, I'm Amanda. This is my holistic lifestyle channel. Welcome. In this video, I'll be yapping about a little game I play with life. I strategize my activities based on what the planets are doing, and I like to see what happens. Mostly I do this for event and travel planning. About a month before this trip, I saw a beautiful opportunity and hopped on. I invited a few friends to join along. While anticipating doing something eventful for the spring equinox, I noticed the 2 days leading up to it there was a Sun-Neptune conjunction. Neptune is the planet representing dreams, and depending on the configuration, it can make a day look and feel extra dreamy. Have you noticed how when you're dreaming, you don't really feel temperature? On days with strong Neptune influence, I've noticed the weather is typically balmy. These 2 days of the trip were 10 to 15 degrees warmer than the days before and after. Obviously, just a coincidence. When planets are conjoined, they blend energy, so the planet of dreams, folded into the sun's warmth and shine, sounds like a winner to me, especially as a Leo because the sun and I are besties. Taking a quick moment to acknowledge my car camping setup. A couple months ago, there was a Neptune and Venus conjunction. For me personally, it was in my house of finances and stuff I own. That night, I was hit with a boost of creative daydreaming and added a bunch of stuff to my Amazon cart. I may or may not have been under the influence of an edible. Neptune also rules those things. Propelled by the creative vibes and visions, I purchased all the things I could think of over the last 2 months, and now I have an entirely self-sustained camp setup thanks to Neptune and Venus. Back to the astrology of this trip. My main driver was wanting to go camping during the month of March, also wanting to do something special for the spring equinox, and lastly, these 2 days looked like they had the potential to be supremely magical. I've been watching Neptune transits for a while now. One particular occasion stands in my memory. I took a day trip to a farm and experienced the most perfect weather. There was a light breeze that put dust in the air that had mica in it. So as the dust floated through the air, the sunshine beamed through it and turned everything in view into shimmering glitter. I had to pinch myself to feel real. Neptune is connected to illusions of all kinds, so this pairs well with photography and videography. This is something to take note of if you're an artist. Filming on a Neptune transit will likely create some magical shots, and things can really work in your favor. Last bit about Neptune, it correlates to water. We hardly planned it, but this campsite had the most expansive water views I've ever seen. None of us had been here before. We got a recommendation from someone's sister, and innocently, I just liked the vibe of the name of the park. We ended up in the perfect Neptunian dreamscape. Even if you don't plan it, each day syncs up to the astrological weather. Typically, people just aren't aware. If you're like me though, you look at the potentials of the really special and specific days, and you plan events or put yourself in places where you can extract the most juice and enjoyment from that energy. FYI, it wasn't all sunshine and gumdrops. There were a couple challenges in the transits. A Mercury retrograde changed up some people's plans and got them stuck in traffic. The eclipse season tested some of us more than others. Also, the pine trees were absolutely dumping pollen. That was crazy. There were clouds of yellow. Neptune can make things look hazy too. Overall, I would do it all again. I am so pleased with this trip.